All right. Welcome to another episode of Connecting Politic. We're here with a special guest. Please introduce yourself by telling us your name, where you're currently located, and your favorite snack.
Now I can't tell you where I currently located. When nobody come looking for me.
No, just the city. Just what city you're in. What city you're in?
I'm in Baltimore City, BMO.
Yes.
Baltimore. My name is Edith Nefessa Jones.
And what's your favorite snack?
Popcorn.
Any kind of popcorn?
I like plain popcorn because I eat so much of it. I cannot have salt and butter. I don't like salt and butter and mayonnaise and cream and all those things. So that helps me a lot because I can eat popcorn every day. Sometimes my doctor will tell me, Miss Jones, no popcorn for 2-3 weeks. We're going to do your dental work. But yeah, I like popcorn. I like crunchy things.
What do you remember your favorite food as a child?
Yes. Potato greens and rice. My God. Raw Palmer potato greens, you could buy me with that. I like raw Palmer potato greens, and I used to like it sour leaf. My father used to say, only cows eat that. But I like it sour leaf too. My sister Maureen used to make my potato greens and get sour leaf. I like eggplant, but only my mom could make me eggplant. Now the other day, Clara made me eggplant for the first time. I couldn't believe it.
So you said that was a lot. You said cassava leaf, potato greens.
Yeah, potato greens.
Okay, so then what's your favorite food now as an adult?
Oh my God, as an adult, I love a steamed snapper, a red snapper steam with some spaghetti or banana, green banana, or yam. I can eat that, drink some water, and go to bed and die. I love that. Steamed fish. If I have to eat food like besides fish, but I eat fish 99% of the time.
Okay. What was the last time you had steamed snapper and yam?
Today is what, Saturday? Yeah. I think I had it Wednesday. Last week, Uncle Mac and Auntie Mommy came by. I bought 3 huge ones and I steamed 2 for them. And Auntie Mommy said, oh my God, that was so good. I'm going to go buy some more. It don't take that long. Yeah. And Uncle Maggie even called me. Yeah, he said he ate the food so fast it seemed it. Yeah. I think Wednesday I probably got a little bit left.
Nice. What is your fondest memory from childhood?
One of my fondest memory when I was about 6 or 7. Because my sister said she remembers when she was 4 or 5. I don't. I remember 6 and 7. I remember my dad who used to work for the Americans aid. When I don't mean aid like the sickness aid like food, helping out.
Yeah.
It was a big yellow bus that used to pick up the employees, and they used to always come, and I used to watch for that bus in the morning and say, Papa, the bus is here. Papa, the bus is here. And his friends used to be in there. They would wave to me to the window. And by the time I see him coming, I will be in the front, and he will pick me up and just set me right in the back of him and say, Clark, get this girl. That was, but every morning, I used to wait and watch for that bus to say, Pa, your bus is here. Pa, your bus is here. That was my first. I can just imagine it. I would be holding something, banana or something. The mom would say, girl, why can't you sit down? You everything. And one time I saw him crying. I think I saw Pa crying. And my mom said, your mother died. And I went and said, Pa, your mother died? I'm sorry, your mother died, Nama. Your mom died. I must have been about 6, and he just looked at me. I remember those. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even know what it meant to say your mother died, but when I said his mother died, and I was thinking, yeah, my mom, your mom died. You know?
Yeah. Do you miss anything about being a child?
Not really. The only thing I miss, you know, when we were all together when we were young, that was so nice. And being all together, I know it can't always be the same. It can't go back, but I like when we were all together in the evening, especially Saturday evenings, when we done all our work and we sitting down, mom telling us some story because Sunday we couldn't do anything but get ready for church. And you know, your uncle Bill tells me that he says Sunday he doesn't cook, he doesn't do laundry, he doesn't do nothing. He just get up, eat because he cook all Saturday. And your mom used to say the same thing. I said, well, Sunday I can do anything. I can go to hell and back. Cook. The only thing, I don't like too much noise. You know what I mean? When I get up early, I bake bread. I like Sunday morning to bake bread. I like to get up very early, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and have everybody sleeping. I remember mom and having the bread, and you can just smell it when you just come into yourself, 6 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
You smell that bread in the house that make you want to get up and rush and get dressed because you're not gonna go to the kitchen like these kids here. Just get out of bed and come to the kitchen to come look for food. One if you one left, bad habit left. Go brush your teeth. We slept together.
Okay, so how do you think that childhood helped groom you into the adult that you became and the person you are today?
Oh my God. I wouldn't, you know something? I wouldn't trade that for anything else in the world, even though I've lived in America, I lived in England, I went to Paris with Evan. I wouldn't trade my childhood growing up nowhere else but exactly where I grew up because the women at that time, the women in my you know the village. Really, I grew up in Africa, in Liberia, and it is a village. All those women that I used to look at and watch as I was growing up, they shaped and conditioned my thinking, the way I live with my neighbors, the way I dress, the way I carry myself. I think about those women who had and you know, we didn't know anything about being rich and poor. It seemed like we're all the same, but the way they carried themselves, the kind of respect they carried and stuff like that. That shaped and the hard work. Oh, I used to say, more used to say, oh, you just pray to God to give you strength and you can do whatever you want to do. And I said, I was just into Clara the other day. I said, Clara, mommy, that's so true. I've never been afraid to work. Or I said, just give me good health, good strength. And I will, if I have to sweep the street, I sweep the street the best and make my money and go buy my Stuart Wiseman shoes and get to that place and nobody will know I swept the street. You know what I mean? Yeah. That really helped. I was even asking Auntie Dana the other day about a lady that used to live in the back of a grandpa's house when I was like 9, 10. And she could sew. She was always giving me lace and fabrics and pretty things. And that's why I was just saying to Clara the other day, your daughter, Ajua, don't wear lacy undershirts. I don't know. I have to get Fanny's daughter to give all these things to because Ajua just put on the thing and go. It's you know, they don't have no. They just put on all these things here, these funny looking things, sing the Beyonce and just go. They don't take time to put it together. Anyway, you know, I the stuff for the girl and she came, she said, no, she don't wear undershirts. I said, so you just put on your blouse and go? And she said, yeah. I said, you bra, whatever, just be there. You don't wear no lacy undershirts and camisoles and stuff. She said, no. I said to Clara, just leave my stuff there.
Oh man. Okay. So you already
You must edit it.
no. There's no editing. Everything stays in. Everything stays in. Everything you say stays in. That's the beauty of it. So you talked about your mom and your dad.
And my auntie Dinah.
And into Dinah. Okay, so what are some of the most important lessons you learned from, say, grandpa, grandma, and into Dinah?
Well, from grandma, grandpa never bothered nobody. He just looked and he kept himself. He never, and even grandma never had no argument with the neighbors. Mom always gave, and that's like me. My neighbors would tell you, Miss Edith, you the best neighbor there is. I say, yeah, I don't have a car, but I got my corkscrew, I got my black thread, my red thread, my needle, my thread. I have necessity, can opener, you know. I treat my neighbors the way I want to be treated. And growing up in Africa, sometimes it is different because, you know, like we said, it's the neighborhood, it's the village. You know, I will not get out, me being my age, and go outside and clean my backyard and Miss Hayes there, and I don't do her backyard. Mom would give me a deaf leg. You know what I mean? Who you expect a woman to come outside and clean her yard? So when I moved here, my first time, even in England, in the house, I doing the yard, and she would come, oh, no. She was not used to it. And I had to say to her, no, you don't have to pay me. This is how I live. And I do it. I get up early in the morning, and after a while, they got used to that. I clean the street, and I tell the kids, you don't drop that on the street. Everybody don't want garbage on their street, you know? But I learned to live in harmony with people. It's good because I can look back and say to myself, as long as I've lived in America from 1970 to now, all the places I've lived, I can go back there. People are happy to see me. Oh, Edith, how you doing? And it's always great when you go back and you have moved a step up, you know, and you say, oh, you know what? I live so and so. I bought a little house. Everything is fine, no complaint. Oh my God, Edith, you're looking good and stuff like that. But you take care of yourself. Life is too short and you only got one life. Yeah. And I'm happy that I grew up home where I was telling my neighbor, I have no complex. I have no self-esteem issues. I don't need no man to tell me I'm pretty and I smile. I say I've been pretty, born that way. And I try to let ISIS then know, the kids, nobody, you know. And sometimes people say, oh, you too or headstrong or this. But when I was living in New York, I realized one time at the annex, they had a class they were teaching for women to understand that they are pretty, to give them a self-esteem. I said, I should go teach that class. Self-esteem. Because, you know, you can see it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're telling you ugly. I said, what is ugly? Yeah. And we blacks, we do it to each other too. Yeah. You know, if I tell this black man on the street, oh God, you're so gorgeous, he turned around, he smiled. I said, you are pretty. Don't let nobody tell you no fool, yeah? You gotta go put on all that funny wig and look like Kim Kardashian to be pretty. When the girl trying to look like me, I said, I should show Kim Kardashian my back. When that Stanford man took my picture, you know, the man I used to model for in New York. Yeah. I should put that picture on the back on Facebook or something and see if I don't become fit. They want to know. But I'm my mom back. The ISIS back. You look at ISIS back, that it. 17 shoulders come down inside. They dip in the back. No surgery.
No surgery.
No,
So,
no
so
surgery. Even at my age, no surgery. Never did. I
yeah.
told Musu the other day I had surgery on my foot because I was talking to them on Wednesday and we were having the picture and I saw her foot. I said, and then Musu, that bone on your foot, I had surgery. I took mine. Huh? They cut that bone. I said, yeah, you should see my own. I ain't got it no more. She can't understand.
I
She
know.
can't.
I was literally about to say that. She's never gonna understand what that like.
But I was trying to show it to her, but I said, and then Musu, when I come, I will show it. She said, I see why when you buy this shoe, and like I'm standing there, I try this shoe on. I said, no, we got to see feet.
So what did you learn from Interdina?
Interdina?
Yeah.
Interdina don't take no shit from no man. You don't see us. Interdina is so hellish. I said, Interdina, what you doing? Oh, me and my friend sitting down here listening to all that bullshit he talking. I said, who you friend? The TV? I said, I thought it was somebody Interdina said on the TV and they talking a lot of bullshit. But they damn people and they think about it, she can't put it up because there ain't nothing to do. She just sitting there listening to all those people talking crap.
Yeah.
Anything to do. But Interdina is very hard working.
Yeah.
Very hard working. She loved mom. She loved her sister. I remember when we were younger, mom used to say, you're going to Brussels because we were in Monrovia then. You're going to Brussels to go to Interdina. Maureen liked Interdina. We all love Interdina. It's just that she was hard, you know. But once she knew we were coming, she started Maureen and Mac. Maureen and Mac. That was her too. She would cook and have whatever they wanted. Me, she would say, Interdina like me though because I look like her mother. She used to say, iron game. You know that mama iron game, you know. That news. She said that Kojo Eru, she can't be part of. That then Kojo Eru. To my sister and boy to that fancy beach. All of them fancy people. You know, oh, I shouldn't say that.
Exactly. You know, this is gonna go to Interdina. Interdina's gonna see this and she's gonna call you. So
yeah. She said,
be careful.
What are they true? Yeah, man, took my sister to Fancy Beach. All of them fancy people there talking.
Oh,
I couldn't understand what they were saying. I told my sister, pack up these children and come, let's go. Uncle George, who was working for Uncle George was her husband. He was in the military to do. Uncle George was in the military. So they gave Uncle George one big old house, yellow concrete house across the bridge, 2 floors. So Interdina came, and even though one older than her, she said, say, Clara, I'm leaving you on the Fancy Beach, yeah? Pack up all these children we're going today. And the mom said we go down in our hostel with Interdina. It was all right though, you know. Then we moved to Brooklyn.
Yeah. Do you have any good habits that you practice regularly? And how
Good habits?
Yeah. How did you develop those habits?
Hard work. Hard work. Because, you know, they are, like you say, whether they're good or bad, they happen forming. These are things that we do. And sometimes, you know, you have these bad habits. If nobody calls you up on it, you never know you have them.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to be with people who can see it and call you out on it. And then you have to make up your mind. You have to make a conscious effort because it's hard. Those are habits. Those are things we do every day. So I try. And the older I get, I try hard every day, like my job drives me nuts. So every day before I enter that office, I say, Lord, gave me the strength to ignore all these crazy people and just do my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will tempt you. I don't let nobody come and get into. It's like a barrel I put up, and you can't let nobody come but so far to that barrel, depending on whatever job. I learned that from when I used to live in New York and work in the garment industry. The richer they are, the more horrible they are when it comes to clothing. And I have to say, excuse me, I'm looking to see if you came with a maid or something, because that's not how I gave you those clothes. At least you can put them, you're not going to just drop them on the floor here, you know? And they used to respect me for that. I said, no, we're not going to do this here. We are grown-ups. You come, you bring your maid. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. Yeah. I wasn't born and raised in this country. I have no complex. I can tell you straight. I can tell you straight. You know what I mean? Yeah. I never saw a white, I was almost damn near 16 when I saw, 16, 17 when I saw a crazy white person. I was like, why this man like this? They say you're a bum. I'm saying, what is a bum? Yeah. Because in Africa, in Liberia, we don't see crazy white people. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they're born there and they're crazy, they send them back here. Because, you know, we ain't got institution for that. Yeah. Craziness. We whip you, take it out of you.
If you were to write a book, what would it be about?
If I was to write a book, it would probably be about growing up in New York. You know, coming of age in New York, Manhattan in the 70s. What a beautiful time. What a beautiful time just learning. And because I grew up in Liberia, I never had a complex or anything. When I came to New York, it was no place I couldn't go into. Some of the stores I used to go into and the places I used to go to, people be like, you went over there? I said, yeah, why shouldn't I? Oh, no, we never went. I said, why not? Fifth Avenue, you know, and working in the garment industry, I got some clients, rich white people. I'm telling you, on the east side, where when you go into their house, you go in the door, man, open it, a duplex, 2, 3 floors. The bed sheets and the wallpaper, the same color. And all the friends, they're sitting there and they go, hi, Miss Edith. They go to Brown University. They graduated from Brown University. I used to do all their clothing, their grandma and stuff. And they used to give me the kind of gifts they gave me instead of giving me money. White water pearl. I said, what the hell I want to do with white water pearl? I don't want white water pearl. I come from Liberia, West Africa. I got gold and diamond. I don't care for those things. I don't want white. I said to mom, the woman gave me white water pearl. She said, we can eat it? They said we wear it once. I don't want no white water pearl, green water pearl. Give you some money, you know? Then they gave me books. And I used to enjoy the books and stuff, though, because, you know, I like reading and stuff. Yeah. And in those people homes, you find some very good books. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What did you dream about doing professionally when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a linguist. I wanted to travel the world, which I'm still trying to do. But I like different languages. It can, when I hear people speaking something that I don't understand, it just intrigues me. It's like I want to open my head and try to understand it. I be watching their mouth, how they form their words, and say certain things to the point where sometimes I think I understand it and I smile and they will look at me like, did she understand? And I'll be like, I'm just so amazed by the way your tongue twists this or said, you know what I mean? Because English is English and that's how we go. But certain, the only thing I really don't care for German, you know, just speak German. It's just too much that all that stuff that through your head. But I love language. I wanted to be a linguist and I wanted to be a flight attendant just so I could go from different countries. I like to get up in the morning and be in a whole different country and see the people and how they live and stuff. And you realize, wow, we all the same.
Yeah.
I thought I see that person there look like somebody I left in New York or in Jamaica, you know what I mean? I be like, oh, yeah. And we all the same.
Yeah.
And you know what? It makes me realize I was talking to Ente Musu the other day, and we were talking by not Zoom, WhatsApp, and all the kids in the yard. And one girl passed, and I said, oh, Ente Musu, that girl there, she looked like my sister Maureen though. Ente Musu said that my granddaughter Kaba. I said, tell her to come. Ente Musu said, I always tell her that. So she came close and she put her face. I said, Kaba, your grandma say you name Kaba? She said, yeah. I said, they tell you Lola my sister? She said, yeah, they always tell me. I don't know her. Philomena always tell me I Lola her auntie. I said, oh, and you black like that, you fine like that, you should be here with me. And she laughed. She go, I said, Auntie Musu. But then I Auntie Musu granddaughter, so the nose. And then I said to myself, oh my God, look how she look like Bill granddaughter, the one they call Money.
Mm-hmm.
She guided, she's going to school biology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see the girl face, I said, oh, they all, but then these are grandkids, you know?
Yep.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yes, Ufo.
Can you think of any advice that you would give your younger self?
Don't stress so much, Edith. It will be all right. You will love your life, even though you don't have your two-seater Merce, but that's nothing. I've been in it. I've seen it. And I was like, I will buy that car by the time I get 50. But at 50, my mom passed, so that was a whole different ball game. And I would say you would be all right. My younger self, just keep going. And I will probably do a little more when I came to America. Instead of, well, no, I probably would have gone, pay more attention to my schooling, because you realize, like I try to tell all the kids now, do it now. The older you get, the harder it gets. Like, I've been off this whole week, and I was saying to myself, this room here, I'm going to go in there and tackle that closet. And I packed some stuff to give away. And I said, to hell with it, I'm going to catch me a nap. I just went and made me a cup of tea and got in my bed and said, to hell with that closet. When I die, mommy then will be pissed off and they will clean it out. I'm done. Before, I would not sleep. I would be up there cleaning that closet.
Yeah.
I said, to hell with it. And left it. And let you be mad when you're cleaning it up.
What's the best advice you received about money?
For money?
Yep.
I never got any advice for money, because I never had money, and nobody I knew had money to give me advice. Money, my mom says to me, money is like water. If you open the faucet and you don't put a bucket there, it will run down. You will lose it. If you break $100 and you don't have no idea what you're gonna do, like me, I can be in the store and come out with $20 and I be thinking I had 100. What did I buy? I be looking around, you know. But as I got older, I gave myself this advice about money, especially living here. I've seen money in two different ways. Growing up, I guess because we never had it to invest, to put, we went day by day. It didn't carry us. We enjoy our life. We use it when we can use it, you know. Mom didn't leave us nothing. I ain't got nothing to leave nobody. I don't let money, I don't let it rule me or think I cannot live without money. Only in America, you know what I mean? Because you don't know no other way. You don't have that close-knit family that we have. You know, if I don't have food, my sister's gonna bring me food. Some people here, if they don't have food, nobody. They ain't got that, even though they have sisters and brothers, parents, but they're not that kind of close-knit like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If mommy called me right now and said she ain't got money to pay her mortgage, I could never say to my sister, oh, I got money and I got savings account. If I have to take everything out of my savings account and give it to her, I take it and give it to her. So that way, next when we look at each other, yeah, I don't look at like money like that, though. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
Yeah, I never even. My father used to say, I'm like, Mom, Clara will cook every day. She's having a party. But then again, I'm very blessed because I have never not had money to pay my rent or pay my telephone or pay my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I help people. The other day I sent Uncle Mike granddaughter. She said she had air condition and the kids was having, I'm cooking. Say, oh, okay. I've never helped money like that. I only need it for a certain time when I need to go buy shoes or other clothes and stuff and pay bills. After that, I don't care for it.
Yeah. What has been the toughest thing you've had to tackle, and what helped you get through it?
Jesus Christ, the toughest thing I had to tackle was the death of my sister. That even my mother or my father. What helps me get through that? Clara, Adjua, Isis, Michael, because I didn't want to be sick. And I said to myself, she would say, Edith, get her who the kids got. But I tell you, firm, nothing in my life ever prepared me for that or hurt my heart. When Grandpa died, when I went home, it was everybody was there. I still felt secure. I said, okay, you know, we're supposed to bury Grandpa. Then Sister Pat died. Sister Pat was like a mother because she was much older. So she took care of us, and she was like, I mean, if Sister Pat said something, you did that because she was like mother to you, or else you knew she could beat you or punish you or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So she was more like a mother figure, even though she didn't really beat us or punish us, but we knew she could do that. So that was to do. And when she died, I guess it was older, it was like mom, you know, in her case. But when somebody like Maury, that was like one side of me. That made me change my whole life. For a whole year, I didn't do, I existed for a whole year. That hit me to the core of my bone. For a whole year, I existed. Then I started to get sick because I wasn't really taking care of myself. When I say sick, meaning like my hair, my skin, my bones, that kind of sickness. When you're not eating right, you just existing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Clara and Mike came to me and my boss, and they said to me, Edith, you kind of fading away, you know, you don't eat, you sit and just drink tea, you're not happy, and this and that. And I said, you know what? Yeah. And I think it was about Maybe my sister been dead. I don't even know. If I tell you the date, it's completely out of my head. Every day, Clara can tell me it's something I block mentally. Every time Clara can tell me that. So in the last 2-3 years, I've been, going to the gym, taking care of myself, eating right, and trying to do what I gotta do to continue. But that was the worst. That and boom, Alfonso, boom. Just today, this morning I woke up, I was telling Clara, I said, Clara, I've been thinking about Patrick because I was thinking about Pooh all yesterday. I was cleaning the picture. And I remember when I said when he came that day, he said that either we're going to Janet's graduation. He will always come and take me places. And we went to Janet's graduation. And after the graduation, we were going somewhere. And I said, all of y'all stay there. Let me take your picture of my sister's children. And I took a picture with all of them, Patrick, everybody. That picture, Patrick, Janet said, thank you so much. Even Alfonso said, thank you. It wasn't even a good year later when Punta. But that Pun, pick up Pun was my pa's first grandson. Right after Pun, then Taris, then Bill, and then you, my boys. That one with Pun, I remember carrying him. Pun, he carried me, I carried him, even though we were young, but we carried him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had Janet and stuff, and they would come to the house and be there with us and play. They thought we were sisters and brothers, really.
Yeah.
So that to do every day, I pray to God not to bury no more of my siblings because, well, Bill is there. He's older than me. That's why I want to move down south now.
Yeah.
But that was that to Umfang. I never thought my sister would go like that. I never thought, I knew we were going to die, but I just thought we were going to be in our 70s, 80s and stuff. That knocked me, and I was guilty because I kept seeing, look who, and it made me mad with Clara for a minute there. I didn't want to be bothered with her because I used to say, Clara, you call Maureen, you pay attention. I'm going away. That day I call, I said, Mommy, I'm coming tomorrow. You make sure you call Maureen and stuff. And then when I said, you left my sister with Yinganto, and nothing wrong, but he just couldn't get it together to say, because if I was there right away in the ambulance scheme, I would say she going so and so. You gotta take her, don't go here, we going straight so and so. I learned that's how demanding I can be, and that's how headstrong I can be. When I say so and so, I stand my ground. Yeah. I learned that here in America.
Yep. All right. For something lighter, where do you feel most at home and happy?
In my house. I feel most at home and happy in my house because I have surrounded myself in my house with everything from my country, with my family, with everybody. I got my auntie Musu, I got my grandma, Bodo, I got all my sisters, my brothers, I got my sand from my grandma farm, I got all my little stones, my rocks from Jamaica, from Liberia. You know what I mean? Home can be any place you want it to be as long as you surround yourself in that home with stuff that makes you feel, wherever you're from. Let's say you're from China and you fill it in with your Chinese stuff. That makes you feel that way, People say, like Mike said, oh, you just said Papa the other day they came, I always giving him stuff. I feel good because downstairs in my basement I have 5-6 boxes of small soap. When you bathe, And it's so those small pieces how my pa used to keep them.
Yep.
I have boxes of sitting there when I go downstairs and I see those things sitting there for 5 boxes. Sometimes I have to condense them. I say, oh, yeah, you jealous, you pa. That make me happy to see those boxes sitting there. Even though I don't use them. But it's just that. That make me happy to sit down and see in a pot by my door, all my brother built old cigar butts. All his cigar butts, yeah. Sometimes I take them outside and take the dust from here and the cat hair other ear and bring it back. I can't throw it away. Smell it.
What qualities or character traits do you admire in other people?
I like intelligence. I like people who think of other people, you know, put themselves in other people and just don't think for yourself, but do for other people. Like I tell the people on my job, okay, let's say I didn't work all last week, right? Mm. I'm gonna go to work Monday. When I get to work Monday, my garbage bin will be full of garbage that it did not take out. And I would have to say, now who used this garbage bin? When we do things, a lot of times I do it for the next person coming in. On Friday, when I clean, empty, wipe the desk down, put things away, it's not for me, it's for the next person. I always think you should think about the next person who's coming along, you know. I like that. I like for you to think, because I think about the next person behind me. I guess because I grew up with a lot of brothers and sisters, so it's not just me. So when I eat or when I shower and you go in the bathroom, you will have to sit. Was she here? Did she shower? You wouldn't just walk in and realize, oh, she was here, you know. Even today I live by myself, but I still shake my shower curtains. The bag, when I come in under the shower, I shake it. And I lift up my plate, my foot mat, so it don't be too wet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you check your sink. I can't stand to look in the sink and see stuff in it. I don't care where you are. Grandma will send for you. She will wait until you get to where you're going, and then she will send for you. You know, I can't stand when people get off the chair and don't push the chair back into the table and just leave it and go. I'll call you back. The grown-ups on my job, they get mad at me.
What's funny about this is when people watch this, they're gonna say, "Oh, this explains a lot about Mike," you know, because it's hard to, you know, like even
it's the way you are raised, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, but it's hard to explain it.
Your mom never call you back to do those things.
Yep.
You just think somebody, you know, I have grown-ups on my job who come out of the bathroom with a brown tissue, because you know, and they're walking down, and instead of, they never know where the garbage, they just drop it in the windowsill, on the floor, and never look on the floor. The head in the air. I have to say, excuse me, who walked down this aisle just now? You don't see this stuff you drop on the floor? You know, give you a leg, you have to be conscious. And you have to pay attention to what you do. I'm not saying you have to just have your mind focus. You know, try. Take that silliness. People are just so absent-minded, I call it. Just focus into money, food, money, food, money, food, money, food. That's all they do. They're asking for money. They're asking for lunch or dinner.
Oh, man. All right. Is there anyone that you would like to thank or express your appreciation for that you haven't had the chance to yet? Anyone?
Yes, but most of them are dead.
Okay, so let's talk about somebody alive that this could possibly reach. Somebody alive.
My appreciation.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I want to give thanks. I want to give my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Mary Bojia Lupo. Lupo. My girlfriend, I call her my white daughter. My white sister, rather. I want to tell Mary thank you. Mary helped me. She always did. Her parents used to really, really help me when I first separated from Tyrone and got on my feet, my first apartment. Her parents, mom, and her father, dad, Joe. His name was Joe, Joe Bujia, and mom. Those white people, I used to go to their house in Queens, spend the night, eat. Mom would buy me food. When I never had money, Mary would give me. And when I came back the other day from Europe after grandma died, I went to New York and I stayed in Mary's mother's house for over a year without paying bills, paying rent. The house was paid for. And Mary and her husband told me I could stay there while I get myself together. I want to thank them so much because that was so good. Grandma had just died and I needed a place to be and get my thoughts together and really get into New York and realize that, okay, I was thinking I would live back in New York, but then being at Mary's house in Queens, I realized, oh no, I don't have to do New York again. I've been here, done that. I can move somewhere else. And that's when I decided to come to Baltimore. No regrets. I love it in Baltimore. If I was much younger, I would live here for another 25 something years. I love it. It reminds me of a small Harlem, the way Baltimore City is just compact. Everything is just together,
Yeah.
Get around here.
All right. For our final question, what's the kindest thing someone has done for you?
Something, people always do kind things for me. I'm so blessed, Umfo. And I think it has a lot to do with how grandma lived and how we live also. Like I was telling you, when I came back from England and didn't have a place to stay and trying to figure out where I'm going to live, where I'm going to work, what I'm going to do, my girlfriend, Mary, and her husband, Rich, said to me, Edith, you can stay in a house in Queens. All you have to do is just pay for the heat and the telephone. The telephone was there before I was born. So that built the number, the landline, which was good because I was job hunting and moving around. So that telephone bill used to be, because his mom was that old, I think her name, $30-something, the landline, and even that. And I lived in that house for over a year. That's how come I was able to save some money. And then I said, well, instead of getting an apartment, let me go look and buy something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how, that was it. No one has done that. Where in America you will live rent-free, Yeah. Even if the house is paid for, they will tell you, give me $300 a month, give me something. For Mary Bojia Lupo, they didn't ask me for anything. And Mary knew me. Her husband didn't really know me. I was Mary's friend. And he kept saying, this is my parents' house. From the time I was born, 1951, I've been in this house here. You don't know nowhere else. To live. He said, so I don't want her to do so and so. And Mary was like, no, Edith is not like that. She's very clean. She's neat. She will do this. She will uplift it. I wasn't there. I think I came to Maryland one weekend and he went by the house. And he called Mary. He said, oh my God, Mary, you should see how she cleaned this place here. And it's so clean and nice and this and that. And Mary said, I told you so. And that's how Rich started to trust me. He says to me, Edith, you know, I was skeptic of my parents' home, this and that, but you something else.
Nice.
That was the best thing someone done for me.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure. We connected, we politic, and we always do this. We just don't record it. So thanks a lot for.
Nothing about politics.
No, it's not about politics. It's more just talking. The politic is about talking.
Okay.
Thanks a bunch.
Yeng man yeng. Salam alaikum.
Yes. Thanks.